But then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. But Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 37. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The tackle
does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, and now you go over the top, kick it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
18-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a run with Cook. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins to throw it. Flushed out right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Jair Alexander.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and goal. Cousins, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brought down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st down, Rodgers looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead.
His kick.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings 3. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And almost fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Brett Maher on.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Maher, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins now. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Touchdown, Packers! Foster, 47 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complements.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins now from the 50. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, it misses the extra point. And our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll go again to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, Packers.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Rodgers again now. Left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Again, it's Cook. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Ahead as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good.
Packers 42, Vikings 9.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into... And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Christian Kirksey. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
They run it again with Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. Now Jones, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Packers continue to roll. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones, able to run it, catch it, and produce. Big-time points put on the board by him.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover their charges.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off there, the 32. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 9.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th.
They'll run for it. Cook, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
And the 48-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Cook. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Today's final score, Packers.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy